Hi everybody, and welcome to the final episode in the mining profitability experiment. Sorry it's taken me so long to get the video out. I've been fairly busy with work and whatnot, and I have to admit I've also been a bit slack. But I guess, yeah, we'll get into it. So the experiment ran from the 3rd of April up until the 30th of April. So a grand total of 27 days. And looking at the chart, we can see that, well, as I expected sort of from the beginning, profit switching is not that much better to do rather than solo mining. As you can see in the charts, it follows the same linear trend as all the others do. There was a little bit of an early bump early on, and it did look promising, but then it started to sort of drop by the wayside, being overtaken by zen-cash, Z-Classic, and I think zen-cash. I'm not 100% sure. No, sorry, it won't be zen-cash. It must be the Equihash profit switching. And I'd say it's probably on par with the Bitcoin Gold. Looking up here at the earned totals, what do we got? Profit switching 0.34 Litecoin, just pretty much on par with Equihash and Bitcoin Gold. zen-cash in at the bottom at 0.33, and the other two at 0.35 and 0.36. So we were earning on average per day 0.076. When I'd run this previously, from, what do we got here, the 8th of the 2nd to the 30th of the 3rd, I was purely doing Equihash profit switching, and that came in at an average of about 0.06, so they're pretty close together, so not a lot changed in terms of the general profitability of the market, in my opinion. We earned 2.07 Litecoin in total for the month, and yeah, so if we look down at the daily earnings, we can see that, you know, they are following, I guess, a fairly sort of erratic pattern. The black line here is the linear sort of position for the algo profit switching, and this one is for the Equihash profit switching. So we can actually see that sort of around the 16th or so they had a crossover, and the Equihash one actually sort of overtook it. Is a generalized, you'll earn more in a day from doing that. This isn't to say that profit switching is worthless or useless by any means. I'm sure in some situations it could be more advantageous, but in my opinion it's not worth doing either. You're probably best off sort of tuning your rig and your overclocks to match a specific card, or specific card overclocks to match a specific algorithm, as what clocks work for one algorithm are not designed or not necessarily going to work best for another. For example, Equihash versus ETH. You need the core clocks for core clock overclocks for Equihash and memory overclocks for ETH. So yeah, we did have a few little issues along the way. So what do we got? Bitcoin Gold, the miner went offline for approximately 7 to 8 hours, probably just due to an application crash. Zcash, nothing. Z-Classic, nothing. On the 27th of April, there was an announcement on their official Twitter that they were stopping development on the project. So I actually expected this to drop to pretty much near on zero in terms of earning, but as we can see here per day, we were still kind of in line with the average amount we sort of have been before. We did actually see a little bit of a bump, to be honest, but it still kept on keeping on. What do we got? zen-cash, the miner went offline for a bit on the 21st. Profit switching of Equihash, no issues at all. And algo profit switching. So what happened here was, early on in the piece, Windows 10 forced some updates into the system, and that killed the 6th GPU from memory. That was the 1709. I think that might be 4 creators. I'm not 100% sure. Rolling that back to 1706 or 1703 cured that issue. So I've also got some figures for the power usage and where it sort of sits in that. I hope I've got these all right, because these actually did take me a while to, I guess, crunch the numbers on. So the rig uses approximately, or reasonably accurately, about 1.4 kilowatts per hour. Here in Queensland, in Brisbane, I pay 26 cents for electricity. I have a 28% discount on my electricity usage, and I'm guessing, just sort of looking back over the logging from my solar that I have on the house, it would have produced approximately 75% of the power required during the solar hours for the miner. So that's just a rough guessed figure, but just looking at the charts, it's a bit hard to sort of log that specifically to my miner specifically. So, and looking back at my charts, the average time that the sun was out and producing power was approximately 8 hours. So it wouldn't have been pumping the full 75 or the full amount of power. So that's why I've dropped that down to sort of the 75 region. That's as close as I can accurately guess it. It could be a little bit different either way, but it's not going to make a huge amount of difference at the end. So with no discount, my electricity is 36 cents to run it for an hour, 26 cents with my discount, and the solar offset 9 and 7 cents respectively. That total cost to run it for the hour with no discounts was 27 and then 20 cents respectively with the discounts. So that's not too bad. If you were to extrapolate that out, that's $4 a day, $4.72 a day, $33 a week, and $66 a month, and $66 a fortnight, and $141 per month. So, you know, it's not too bad considering it earned 2.07 Litecoin, which at that point in time, I think it was going for about $180-ish. So it's earned sort of around the 400, 360, 400 mark, and we spent 141 in power. So the mining is definitely still profitable. Obviously, you have to pay tax on what you earn, and that's part of life. But from memory, that comes in at about a third. So I guess if you take the 400 minus the 140, it's what, 260. Then you got to pay tax on a third of that. So $65 odd lost in tax. So you're walking out of it with about $200 after the month, which isn't too bad at all. But yeah, other than that, guys, there's not a whole lot more I can sort of do or tell you. The figures are all there. And yeah, I'm pretty much just going to stick with what I was, which was Equihash profit switching, as I can run that in simple mining. And I realized the power savings from that alone, that worked out to approximately 150 watts from the wall continuously, which over a month added up to about $23. So that's a fair wad of coin to be saving every month. Even though simple mining does cost $2 per rig per month, it's still a fantastic operating system. I'm going to go and give Hive OS a try as well, just to see what that's like. But yeah, anyway guys, I'll leave the spreadsheet up and I'll put the link in the description, and you're free to look at it and view it as you wish. But yeah, anyway guys, take it easy. Bye.